Good evening. What I'm going to do for you tonight is a look at Juji Gatame and escapes and counters to the escape. Now, to give you a point of reference for this, I'm far from being an expert in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or Judo. However, I do have a knowledge of this lock and how to make it work, certainly against a compliant partner. I frequently train with other martial artists, primarily from striking martial arts. I have no knowledge of this whatsoever. So I'm filming this technique not for those that routinely do this lock, but for those that aren't familiar with it, to give them a bit of an introduction to it. So Juji Gatame is the straight arm bar. It's just commonly known as the arm bar. Juji, 10 hand, because the position you end up in resembles the Japanese character 10. Gatame is just the arm bar. So we're going to enter it, and I'm going to show you how to prevent it being applied, and then we're going to show you how to counter the prevention of it being applied. So the first thing I'm going to want, if I just turn Callum to here, is, if he throws me a hook punch, is I want to wrap the arm. So as when I throw him, I keep control of the arm here. Now to make the lock work, I'm going to step over and I'm going to make sure my bum finishes as close to him as possible. Both legs come over, his thumb needs to be uppermost, and I'm going to pull up and I'm going to lift my pelvis. So that is your Juji Gatame. So what I'm going to do now is show you how to prevent the lock going on and then how to counter to the lock. So Callum's going to throw me, I'm going to throw him the hook punch, and he's going to go straight for the arm block. Now, even as he's gone down, I've clasped my arms. Now, even when I teach this lock, I pretty much routinely do this just to get students in the habit, because it's likely to happen. Now, what Callum's got to do, of course, is straighten my arm and lift his pelvis. There you go. So I've done this to stop him. So what's Callum going to do to stop me, to secure the arm lock? One option he's got is to dig a heel into my elbow and push whilst he pulls. Go on then, finish the arm lock. There you go. Another option is to bring his forearms up as high as possible, and instead of pulling back towards him, pull up in the air. So you lift, and as you can see, he reaches the limit of my reach. Another option, instead of falling straight backwards, if he falls off at 45 degrees, that is actually surprisingly effective. One last little cheat I'll show you. This is important. Without this leg here, I can roll out of it. So what I'm going to do is, before he can put the lock on, I'm going to put my knuckles into his knee, I'm going to push the leg off. Having pushed it off, I'm going to push up with my heels to cover his leg. Now I'm in a position to roll into guard. Okay, and then what I do from here is a martial art in itself. I'll show you that last one again, because it's so simple, it's actually underrated. Make sure you clasp early. Trying to reach now, it's just, never going to work. Clasp early. Through here, push, push, cover. And then, as I say, the rest it becomes a whole different game altogether. So to summarise that, what we've got is Juji Gatame. I've got ways of preventing Juji Gatame working, and then we've got ways of countering the counter. So I hope that all makes sense to you. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Sensei.